Hello my dear Taurus. Welcome to a journey that is all about you, your strengths, your struggles, your dreams, and your soul's purpose. This isn't just a horoscope reading. No, this is a mirror. A soft, loving mirror that gently reflects your inner world, your essence. So before we dive in, I have one small but heartfelt request. If you find comfort, clarity, or connection in this message, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and it helps this growing community of star-guided souls stay connected. Now, let's begin. Taurus, the second sign of the zodiac, an earth sign ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and pleasure. You are the guardian of the physical world, the lover of soft things, delicious meals, steady rhythms, and deep, unwavering loyalty. But you are so much more than the stereotypes. You are not just about stubbornness or material comfort. No, you are the embodiment of sacred stillness. You are a living poem of persistence. Let's talk about where you are right now. Lately, Taurus, you may have been feeling like the world is shifting too quickly. Like the earth beneath your feet isn't as solid as it used to be. And that's hard for someone like you, who thrives on stability, the chaos in the world, the uncertainty in relationships, the pressure to move, change, adapt. It's exhausting. You've been silently carrying a lot, haven't you? Smiling for others, providing for them, staying grounded while your own roots feel shaken. But here's the truth I want you to hear today. You are not lost. You are being rerouted. Sometimes, the universe has to disturb the soil to plant a new seed. And Taurus, something beautiful is trying to bloom through you right now. You just need to trust the process. I know it's hard. You want to see the plan. You want the guarantees. But your soul didn't come here for comfort alone. It came here for growth. And this season, Taurus, growth is calling. Now let's look at the emotional landscape you're walking through. Many of you have been revisiting old wounds. Maybe it's something from your past, a betrayal, a rejection, a failure that still lingers in your heart. Maybe you're trying to forgive someone who never said sorry. Or maybe, just maybe, you're trying to forgive yourself. That's okay. Healing is not linear, and your pain does not make you weak. In fact, your ability to feel so deeply while still holding space for others, that is your superpower. This is the time to put your hand over your heart and say, I am allowed to let go. Let go of that guilt. Let go of perfection. Let go of the need to hold it all together for everyone else. You are allowed to be held too. Taurus, you are allowed to rest, to fall apart a little, to not have all the answers. Because when you soften, that's when the light gets in. And your light? It's breathtaking. Let's talk about love. Love, the domain of your ruling planet. Venus, Taurus, you were made for deep love. You crave devotion, consistency, intimacy that feels like home. And yet, some of you have been settling for less. Maybe you've convinced yourself that being needed is the same as being loved. But it's not. You deserve someone who doesn't just rely on you, but someone who sees you, cherishes you, chooses you every single day. And if you're single? Oh, Taurus, don't you dare believe that your heart is too much or too quiet or too slow. Your love is sacred, and when the time is right, the universe will match you with someone whose soul recognizes yours, not just for your beauty or your loyalty, but for the depth of your being. This month, the stars are asking you to come back to yourself, reclaim your worth, revisit the places you've abandoned within. What lights you up? What do you really want? Not what's expected of you. Not what keeps the peace. What makes your spirit come alive? You've spent so much time being strong for others. Now it's time to be soft for yourself. Let's move to career and purpose. Work has been demanding. For some of you, suffocating. You've been giving and giving without much return. Maybe you're in a job that no longer aligns with your soul. Maybe you feel invisible in a place where you once felt proud. Or maybe, you've achieved what you thought you wanted, but still feel empty. Here's the message the universe is whispering to you right now. You are not born to live half alive. This is your time to reevaluate. Are you creating or are you just surviving? Are you building your dream? Or are you just helping someone else build theirs? You are capable of so much more. Taurus, you are not just steady, you are visionary when you let yourself be. And your ideas? They're not too crazy. They're necessary. So start small. Take the class. Launch the side project. Speak up in the meeting. Redefine success on your terms. Because the only permission you need is your own. Financially, things may have felt a bit tight recently. Not because you're irresponsible, but because you've been giving more than you've been receiving. Be mindful of your energy and your money. Learn to say no without guilt. Not every opportunity is aligned. Not every request deserves a yes. Your time and your resources are sacred. Treat them as such. Now let's tune in to your soul's deeper calling. This year, Taurus, is about homecoming. Not just your physical home, but your inner sanctuary. You've been so outwardly focused, trying to meet expectations, trying to prove your worth, trying to stay grounded in a world that keeps spinning faster. But your soul is gently pulling you inward, back to simplicity, back to peace, back to the version of you that existed before the world told you who to be. Take more walks in nature. Slow down your mornings. Journal. Light a candle and sit in silence. Reconnect with your body, your breath, your intuition. You are not just a body moving through tasks. You are a soul longing to feel alive. Taurus, you are here to remind the world of the beauty in stillness, of the power in presence, of the magic in the mundane. So don't let the noise of the world drown out your inner voice. That voice? It's sacred, and it knows the way. Healing the roots, reclaiming the self. Welcome back, dear Taurus. I'm so glad you're here again. That in itself is an act of self-love, to keep showing up for yourself. To keep listening to what your heart needs. In this part of your journey, we're going to go even deeper. Deeper into the healing, deeper into the truth, deeper into the parts of you that the world doesn't always see, but the stars do. And I do. If you haven't already, take a moment now to hit the like button. Share this video with someone who's walking through life with quiet strength like you. And subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss a message made just for your soul. Alright, let's begin again. Taurus, let's talk about the wounds you rarely speak of. You're known for your resilience, for being the strong one, the reliable one, the calm in the storm. But behind that grounded exterior, there's often a tender heart that has endured more than anyone realizes. You may not show it, but you feel so much. You carry memories like a garden carries seasons. You remember who hurt you, who left, who broke promises, and sometimes, you quietly wonder if it was something about you that wasn't enough. I want to tell you something very important today. Your softness is not a weakness. It is your gift. Yes, you are solid, but you are also sacredly sensitive. You sense what others miss. You hold space. You absorb emotions like the earth absorbs rain. But that gift needs protection. You've been giving your energy to people who do not know how to receive it with care. And now, it's time to set boundaries. Not walls, but gentle, firm boundaries that say, I love you, but I will not shrink for you. You do not have to overgive to earn love. You do not have to stay to be seen as loyal. You are allowed to walk away from anything that makes your heart feel heavy all the time. Now let's explore family and roots. For many Taurus souls, the family dynamic has been complicated. Maybe you grew up too fast. Maybe you were the one who held everyone together. Or maybe you always felt a little different, like your truth didn't quite fit into the mold others expected of you. And now, as an adult, you're learning how to heal those roots without burning down the whole forest. This is your time to reparent yourself. Give yourself the love you didn't receive, the safety you craved, the validation that says, you are enough just as you are. Whether your family was supportive or distant, nurturing or neglectful, you now have the power to rewrite the story. You are not destined to repeat patterns. You are not bound to the past. You are the author now. Take some time this month to reflect. What beliefs about love, money, or self-worth did you inherit that no longer serve you? What are you ready to release? Write it down. Breathe it out. Burn the page if you must. Ritualize the release. Let's move into friendships and your circle of support. Taurus, your loyalty is unmatched. When you love someone, friend or partner, you love for real. You show up. You remember the details. You're there in silence and in storms. But recently, have you felt like the energy hasn't been mutual? The truth is, you're growing. And when you grow, not everyone will grow with you. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean they're bad. It just means some chapters are over, and that's okay. This is a season for aligned connections. For friendships that nourish you, not drain you. For people who don't just want your presence, but want your truth. It's better to have 3 soul-deep friendships than a room full of shallow applause. Make space for the ones who feel like peace, who challenge you with love, who honor your silences and celebrate your joys without jealousy. let's talk about creativity and joy. Venus, your ruler, isn't just the planet of love. She is also the planet of art, beauty, and pleasure. And right now, she's whispering to you, don't forget what makes you come alive. Taurus, what did you love to do before the world told you to be productive all the time? Was it painting, singing, cooking elaborate meals, gardening, writing poems you never shared? Your soul is craving expression. You don't have to monetize it. You don't have to master it. You just have to let it move through you. Creativity is not about being good, it's about being honest, being free, being present. So dance even if you have no rhythm. Paint even if the lines are crooked. Cook something messy. Wear colors that make you smile. Life is not a checklist, it's a canvas. And you, Taurus, were born to create beauty. Even if no one applauds it. Even if no one sees. Let joy be your rebellion. Now, let's go a bit cosmic, your connection to the universe. You are an earth sign. Yes, but you are also a deeply spiritual being. Your intuition is strong, though you often second-guess it. You feel things in your body before you understand them in your mind. You sense when something is off. You sense when something is meant for you. That's not anxiety. That's wisdom. This month, start trusting your inner compass more. Meditate. Walk barefoot in the grass. Look at the sky and remember how ancient you are. How vast this universe is. And how lovingly it holds you. Synchronicities will start to appear more often. Numbers. Symbols. Names. Pay attention. The universe is trying to speak to you. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to listen. And follow the next aligned step. And now, a moment of affirmation. Repeat these words to yourself. Out loud or in your heart. I am grounded in love. I release what no longer serves me. I honor my softness and my strength. I trust the timing of my life. I am safe. I am seen. I am sovereign. Yes, you are. Love, destiny, and the sacred path ahead. Hello again, beautiful Taurus soul. You've made it this far on this journey. And I want you to pause for just a moment and be proud of that. Proud of showing up. Proud of caring about your inner world. Proud of seeking truth in a world that so often distracts us from it. This part 3, is a turning point. A chapter of clarity. We'll explore love in its truest form. Your career path through the lens of destiny. Your health not just physically but energetically. And the quiet voice of your soul urging you towards something greater. And once again, if you feel seen or supported in any way, I'd be so grateful if you could like this video. Share it with someone who needs this. And subscribe so you won't miss the next parts of this deep and sacred Taurus journey. Alright, dear one, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Let's talk about love, the kind that doesn't just excite you but expands you. Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, and no one loves quite like you do. You don't just fall in love, you root in it. You become the soil where love can grow. You remember their favorite songs, their quiet fears, the way they like their coffee. You give devotion that feels like home. But what about you, Taurus? Who pours into your cup? Who listens to your dreams? Who holds your silence? Some of you may be in relationships where you feel safe, but not seen, comfortable, but not connected. Others of you might be craving someone to match your depth, but feel like you're surrounded by people who only want surface-level affection. This season, the stars are whispering, you deserve more than crumbs. You deserve the whole feast. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or in something undefined, this is your time to ask yourself, is this love helping me grow into more of who I am? Or is it keeping me small? Because real love doesn't make you shrink. It doesn't ask you to wait forever, beg for affection, or abandon your truth to keep the peace. Real love holds your hand and says, I see all of you, and I choose you still. If you're already with someone, ask, are we growing together? Or are we growing apart? If there's still love there, it's time to nurture it with honesty, softness, and renewed intention. But if the connection has become a cage, maybe it's time to set each other free. And if you're single, my dear Taurus, don't rush. You are not behind. You are not hard to love. You're simply waiting for something real. And that waiting? That's sacred. The one who is meant for you will not pass you by. Trust that. Breathe into that. Now let's talk about career and purpose, not just what you do, but who you are becoming. Taurus, you are naturally hardworking. You know how to build, how to stay consistent, how to bring beauty into form. But are you working from a place of alignment or obligation? Some of you may be stuck in a job that pays the bills but empties your spirit. You've outgrown it, but fear of change keeps you tethered. Others of you are dreaming of something more, starting your own business, doing creative work, or serving in ways that feel meaningful, but you're afraid it's not realistic. Here's the truth. Your dreams are not foolish. They're your soul remembering its purpose. You don't have to quit everything overnight, but you do have to begin. Begin to believe that your desires matter. Begin to trust that the universe didn't give you these visions for no reason. Begin to take one small step today. Ask yourself, what would I create if I wasn't afraid? What would I pursue if I trusted that I would be supported? Because you will be supported. The stars are aligning to help you shift, grow, and rise, but only if you say yes to yourself. This is also a powerful time to revisit your relationship with money. Not from fear, but from love. Do you see money as a form of freedom? Or as something hard to earn and easy to lose? Your beliefs about abundance were likely shaped long ago by family, society, old wounds. But now, it's time to rewrite them. Affirm to yourself, I am worthy of abundance. I am allowed to receive. I attract opportunities that honor my gifts. Because you're not here to just survive. You're here to flourish. Now, let's go deeper into health, not just your body, but your energy. Taurus, your body speaks to you all the time, but you've learned to ignore it, to push through, to keep going, to numb the exhaustion with more work, more food, more scrolling, more distraction. This season, your body is asking for something different, presence. Notice what drains you, who drains you, where your energy drops. That is your wisdom guiding you. You may need more rest than usual, more movement, but the kind that nourishes, not punishes. Think gentle yoga, stretching in the morning light, walks in the evening breeze. You don't need to run. You need to return to rhythm, to breath, to balance. Emotionally, many of you are holding grief that hasn't been named. Let it move, through tears, through journaling, through speaking your truth out loud, even if no one else hears it. You are a vessel, Taurus, and vessels are meant to flow. Finally, let's talk about your spiritual path, the calling that rises from within. You've always been deeply connected to the earth. That's not a coincidence. Your soul chose this sign for a reason. You are here to be the bridge between the practical and the sacred, between the grounded and the divine. This year is asking you to trust the unseen more than ever. That nudge to leave the comfort zone? That sudden knowing about someone? That quiet whisper to rest, to go, to speak, to wait? That's not just a feeling. That's your inner guide, and the more you listen, the clearer it gets. You don't have to meditate for hours or follow rigid spiritual rules. Your spirituality is found in everyday acts, in how you pour your tea, in how you touch the soil, in how you say thank you to the sky, in how you forgive yourself and others. Taurus, you are awakening, and it may feel strange, lonely, even, but know this, you are not alone, you are not lost, you are not behind, you are right on time. Take a deep breath now. Let it all settle. Let these words land not just in your mind, but in your heart. Transformations, breakthroughs, and the phoenix rising within you. Welcome back, Taurus soul. By now, you've already peeled back so many layers. You've sat with truth. You've opened your heart. You've dared to look at your path not through fear, but through the eyes of growth. That takes courage, real courage. This part 4, is where it all begins to shift. The stars are no longer whispering. They are roaring. Something is changing, inside you, around you, and maybe you've already felt it. That strange tension between what you've always known and what you're slowly becoming. This is what transformation feels like. It's not always graceful. It's rarely predictable, but it's always sacred. Taurus, this is your phoenix year, where something must die for something greater to be born. Not literally, but symbolically. A version of you that you've outgrown. A story that no longer fits. A mask that you're tired of wearing. Let's get honest here. Have you been pretending to be okay just to keep the peace? Have you been dimming your light so you don't make others uncomfortable? Have you been holding on to what's familiar even though it's making you feel empty? You're not alone. Every Taurus right now is being asked to shed. Not because you've done something wrong, but because it's time to expand. This season, the universe will place you in situations that feel uncomfortable, but only to awaken your power. You might be asked to walk away from a job that once felt secure, or a friendship that feels one-sided, or a role you've played your whole life just to be accepted. It will feel terrifying, like standing on the edge of a cliff. But hear this clearly. You are not falling, you are flying. Let's talk about your identity. Who are you, without the titles? The expectations? The shoulds? Who are you, when you stop apologizing for being too much? Too quiet? Too sensitive? Too real? Because that version of you, the raw, unfiltered, magnetic you, is ready to rise. And with it, your intuition is going to grow stronger. You'll start to feel things before they happen. You'll walk into a room and sense its energy immediately. You'll meet someone and just know whether they're aligned or not. That's not overthinking. That's your inner wisdom waking up. So trust it. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop shrinking your truth to make others comfortable. You're not here to be digestible. You're here to be undeniable. Let's explore what happens when you say yes to your evolution. Suddenly, opportunities show up out of nowhere. People who reflect your light enter your life. Resources that once felt distant find their way to you. But only after you say yes to letting go of what's not meant for you. This is where the magic begins. But it requires faith. And I know, Taurus, you love security. You love certainty. You love knowing where your next step will land. But what if I told you that your next step doesn't require certainty, only courage? Take one bold action this month. Just one. Whether that's applying for something you're scared of, having a vulnerable conversation, or finally starting the project you've been secretly dreaming about. You don't have to see the whole path. You just have to take the next right step. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Taurus, you are loyal to a fault. You give, and give, and give, until there's nothing left for you. But boundaries aren't walls. They are bridges to healthier connections, clearer energy, and deeper self-respect. This season, the stars are urging you to stop over-functioning in relationships. To stop saying yes when your body says no. To stop rescuing people who refuse to save themselves. You are not selfish for protecting your peace. You are not mean for asking for space. You are not too much for expecting reciprocity. Your new mantra is, I do not chase. I attract. What is meant for me will find me. It's time to shift out of survival mode and into sacred receiving. Let's touch on the emotional tides. Many Taurus souls are being hit with waves of unexpected emotion lately. Tears out of nowhere, dreams that feel more like messages, a longing that you can't explain. That's not weakness, that's awakening. When the soul is ready to evolve, the heart begins to release. You might find yourself grieving things you never fully processed. Childhood wounds, past versions of yourself, old heartbreaks you told yourself you were over. Let them rise, let them move through you. Because what's waiting on the other side is freedom. And in that freedom, your creativity will return. Some of you haven't created in a long time, not because you're lazy, but because you've been emotionally blocked. You've been giving your energy to everyone but yourself. You've been surviving, not expressing. But now you're being called to return to the things that make you feel alive. Whether that's painting, writing, gardening, dancing, cooking, or simply daydreaming, let it flow again. You're not here to just do. You're here to be. Let's close this chapter with a powerful truth. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are becoming. And yes, becoming is messy. Becoming is scary. Becoming requires leaving behind parts of yourself you once thought were permanent. But Taurus, you were never meant to stay the same. You are the earth, constantly shifting, quietly blooming, slowly, beautifully becoming more of yourself. So take a deep breath. Trust what is unfolding, and repeat after me. I am safe to grow. I am ready to rise. I trust the timing of my becoming. Healing the heart, soulmates, and spiritual lessons from the universe. Welcome back, my beautiful Taurus soul. If you've stayed with this journey up to now, I want you to pause and really honor yourself. Not everyone dares to look within. Not everyone dares to ask, what is my soul really trying to tell me? But you are, and that's rare, that's sacred. In this part 5, we'll dive into one of the most powerful territories of all, healing the heart. Understanding the people who show up as mirrors of your soul, and learning to embrace the lessons behind the pain. Take a deep breath, in and out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let yourself receive this. Let's begin with heart healing. Taurus, you love with depth. You don't just fall in love. You invest. You believe. You stay. Sometimes longer than you should. And when your heart breaks, it doesn't just crack, it echoes. There are moments you carry that nobody knows about. Goodbyes that never got closure. Words you wish you could unhear. Silence that still reigns. But here's the truth. Your heart did not break, it opened. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every ending, they weren't punishments. They were awakenings. You had to learn who wasn't for you, so you could begin to recognize who is. You had to taste what's false, to hunger for what's real. So if you're still holding on to old pain, let yourself grieve. Write them a letter you'll never send. Cry into your pillow without shame. Go for a long walk and talk to the universe. Say everything you were too afraid to say. Because your pain deserves expression. And your healing deserves space. Let's talk now about soulmates and divine connections. Taurus. Some of the people who've come into your life, especially over the last few years, were not meant to stay. They were meant to stir something. Some were karmic. They came to mirror your wounds. To show you the parts of you that still needed love, boundaries, and awareness. Others were teachers. They arrived to unlock your voice, trigger your strength, and remind you that you're not here to shrink. But a very few, were soulmates. And I don't just mean romantic. I mean the friend who feels like home. The stranger who said the exact thing you needed to hear. The mentor whose words shifted your path. The lover who cracked your heart wide open. These are the ones sent to walk beside you, even if only for a season. And if you're wondering, will I ever meet someone who sees me? Truly sees me? The answer is yes, but they will only find the real you when you stop hiding her. So come back home to yourself. Because the soulmate you're longing for? They're not looking for the perfect you. They're looking for the honest you. Messy, radiant, real. And now let's dive deeper into the spiritual lessons the universe is placing before you. Taurus, your soul came into this lifetime with a mission. One of stability, yes. One of beauty, yes. But also one of evolution. You were not meant to play it safe your whole life. You were meant to grow. And growth often comes through contrast. This is why you may have experienced rejection from the people you loved most. Feeling like the black sheep of the family. Constantly being the strong one for others. A fear of losing what you've worked so hard to build. But these weren't signs that you were broken. They were signs that you are awakening. To who you really are. To what you really want. To where your soul wants to go. One of the biggest spiritual lessons for Taurus right now is this. Let go, or be dragged. That means releasing what's already ended. Not clinging out of comfort. Not numbing out of fear. But surrendering with grace. Even if you don't have all the answers yet. The universe is trying to give you more. More alignment. More love. More purpose. But it cannot place something new in hands that are still clenching the past. So say this out loud with me. I release with love what is no longer meant for me. I welcome with trust all that is divinely aligned. This season, keep your eyes open for spiritual signs. Feathers, numbers, songs, repeating dreams, random moments of peace. These are not coincidences. They are whispers from your guides. Your higher self, your ancestors, saying, you're on the right path. Keep going. Taurus, the most powerful version of you is already forming. Not from pressure, not from perfection, but from presence. You are not becoming someone new. You are remembering who you were, before the world told you to forget. You are remembering your softness, your strength, your sovereignty. You are becoming whole. So if the path ahead feels uncertain, trust this. You don't need to know what's next. You just need to stay true to what's real. And that will lead you home. Celestial cycles, spiritual practices, and reclaiming your sacred power. Welcome back, dear Taurus soul. You've journeyed far already. You've faced your shadows. You've opened your heart. You've remembered your worth. And now, the cosmos is asking you to go one step deeper. In this part, we're exploring 3 powerful forces. 1. The cosmic cycles influencing your path. 2. Spiritual practices that bring you back to yourself. 3. And the power of reclaiming your sacred energy. Let's begin with the sky above. Taurus, did you know the stars are not just random twinkles in the night? They are part of an ancient map. One that your soul chose to follow before you were born. Right now, major planetary shifts are affecting your sign. And yes, you may be feeling the tension, the pressure, the quiet inner knowing that something big is on the horizon. Sparkle's Uranus has been in Taurus for a while now. And that's a big deal. Why? Because Uranus is the planet of disruption, breakthroughs, and rebellion. It doesn't ask for permission. It shakes things up. For a sign like you, who loves consistency and routine. This energy can feel overwhelming. But it's also a gift. It's pushing you to evolve, to innovate, to break free from systems and beliefs that are outdated. So if you've been craving change, dreaming of a different kind of life, or feeling strangely restless, you're not alone. You're being activated. This isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. New moon and when the eclipses touch Taurus and Scorpio, your opposite sign, everything intensifies. Eclipses are wild cards. They clear paths. They close doors. They realign your destiny. So when these moments come, and they will, don't resist. Don't fear. Instead, whisper to the universe, I trust what is leaving. I welcome what is arriving. I surrender to divine timing. Now let's talk about spiritual practice. Taurus, your soul is deeply connected to the earth. You are ruled by Venus, planet of beauty, sensuality, and connection. That means your spirituality doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be real. Herbs start with grounding. Walk barefoot in the grass. Hold a crystal in your palm. Light a candle and breathe deeply. Let your body come back to center. Notebook, start journaling, not to perform, but to release. Ask yourself each morning, what does my soul need today? And each evening, what did I learn today that I didn't know this morning? Crystal ball, pull a tarot card. Listen to healing frequencies. Say affirmations out loud. Whisper to your ancestors. Cry, meditate, dance under the moonlight. None of it has to be perfect. Your spirituality is not a performance. It's a relationship with yourself, with the divine, with the unseen forces guiding you. Let it be yours. And now, the most powerful part of this chapter, reclaiming your sacred power. Taurus, somewhere along the way, you may have given your power away to people who didn't value you, to systems that drained you, to voices that told you were too much, too slow, too stubborn, too sensitive. But that story ends now. You are not too much, you are profound. You are not too slow, you are intentional. You are not too sensitive, you are intuitive. It's time to rewrite the story. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to say no without guilt. You are allowed to protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. This next season is not about proving yourself. It's about remembering yourself. Your worth is not up for debate. Your truth does not need validation. Your presence is a gift, just as you are. So ask yourself, where am I still apologizing for being me? Where am I still waiting for permission to rise? Where am I still shrinking when I should be shining? And then, one breath at a time, reclaim yourself. Taurus, your power doesn't roar. It radiates. It's not flashy. It's felt. It's in your grounded presence, your loyal heart, your unshakable values. And when you remember who you are, truly, deeply, unconditionally, everything shifts. People feel it. Opportunities align. Peace returns. Because when a Taurus comes back home to themselves, the whole earth breathes a little easier. You are not just here to survive. You are here to build a life that honors your soul.